Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing. Snow, ice, rain. This place has crazy weather around here. It's real swings. And weather that swings from one extreme to the other like we have around here. I mean, we've got so many days over 90 degrees in summer, so many days under 32 degrees. It's the biggest swing in the country, and you get more rain than Seattle. That's not good on your roof. See if your roof is actually older than you think because it's worn down. Have Daniel Hood Roofing and his team come out there and check out your roof. They'll tell you one way or the other if you need the fix, if you need replacement, if you're good to go. I mean, they'll show you. They've got the video, they got the tools. Daniel Hood Roofing, danielhoodroofing.com, and call them today. All right. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti threatened to sue the NCAA during the Pruitt case. Then Tennessee avoided the lack of institutional control charge and a bowl ban. He's suggesting that it's because he threatened to sue is why the NCAA decided not to give them that. And he said this week that the NCAA seems to be coming back for payback as a result. But if the NCAA was scared of Skrmetti's lawsuit last time, why would they come back and invite a lawsuit from him this time? Bob, your thoughts on the payback theory?
I just think, I'm sorry, Mr. Attorney General. I'm sure you're an incredibly smart man, but that just seemed dumb. I mean, the NCAA had it in their power to do all these things to Tennessee over the Chick-fil-A bags. They chose not to. The NCAA is the one that made that decision. And so now they're paying back Tennessee for a decision that the NCAA made on its own. And yeah, the fact that they were scared of a lawsuit then and they're not scared of one now, which will be much more damaging if they lose than a lawsuit would have been if they lost against Pruitt. No, I'm sorry. I think that's just silly.
It seems like right now people are trying to win in the court of public opinion.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Both sides put their spin out, and that sounds like spin.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee's going to win.
Yeah, I do too.
But I just don't think this has anything to do with payback.
I thought another one was interesting that he mentioned, and I have heard people in local media around here saying this one, and that is he said anything that UT does appears to come under significant scrutiny because the school tried to defend the rights of its athletes when it was scrutinized in the Pruitt case. Sort of the why is me, why is everybody picking on me thing. The NCAA didn't come after you in the Pruitt case. You turned yourself in the Pruitt case. Your own chancellor said it is a stunning amount of cheating. Stunning. Her words. So everybody's acting like, why don't they leave us alone? Well, they did leave you alone. You went to them trying to get a buyout and said, hey, we hired an attorney, and look at all the crap we've been doing here. So you can't then turn around and say, why are you picking on us? Well, they aren't. You turned yourself in the last time. Yeah. So both sides releasing their spin, I thought that's a little disingenuous. And I've heard it again. You've heard the people in town, some of the media guys taking up for UT because that's what they do. Instead of just playing it down the middle, I think Tennessee's going to win, but to say, why are they picking on you? Well, they aren't picking on you. Yeah. You asked for it the last time. Will, your thoughts on that?
I think that this is what you get with a high-profile lawsuit that is very, very public, is that you get just people throwing things against the wall, seeing what sticks, right?
Yeah.
And so be prepared. We're going to get a whole lot more of this from both sides eventually because the NCAA doesn't normally comment as much as they have even commented right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for their next big statement.
We know it's kind of trending in that direction. It's part of it. I also think that the NCAA thought they had to do something because of Bubba Cunningham from North Carolina, Jack Swarbrick of Notre Dame saying repeatedly, if the NCAA doesn't start punishing these people to use inducement, we're going to break away from the NCAA. This is their way of trying to appease that, and I do think they're going to end up, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. They're going to end up losing this lawsuit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it. When I used the why me defense with my parents, never worked.
Yeah, it doesn't work well.
It wouldn't work here. John, you pointed this out last week to me. Don't you think this is about the collectives? This is about the groups that are spending money, that the NCAA just said, we can't continue to let this happen. Doesn't that seem like that's more of what they're going after, the collectives, especially the ones that were making the most noise?
Yeah, I don't think they're going after Tennessee because they defended their rights of the student athletes. I don't think that's it.
No.
I think it's because you signed the first $8 million man and you ran your mouth all over the world about it. I think that's why they're looking at you. The same reason they looked at Florida State because a coach got involved. Miami had a booster that chirped. They smacked them down.
Yeah.
I just think don't get on the radar.
Right.
Just all they can do is go after the obvious cases. They don't have the manpower to do their own investigations anymore. You have to draw attention to get them looking. And you drew attention. But even in this, the idea that somehow they won't leave us alone. You don't get to say that if you turn yourself in.
Right. It's also a matter of they want to make sure the collective can do what the collective does, the school does what the school does, and there are no in-betweens, right? The school and the collective have to kind of be parallel.
The others, go ahead.
The no in-betweens, that to me is the silly part about this stuff. Okay, NCAA, right or wrong, if you can't coordinate these things, then does Tennessee end up signing a bunch of players that they weren't recruiting because the other guys went out and got them for them? Hey, we got you a great one-star quarterback from Schenectady. I hope you enjoy it. That to me is the silliest thing ever, that they're not coordinating and can't coordinate.
The NCAA just doesn't want collectives to do anything.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
It's not even the coordination. They just don't think they should sign deals with players.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is when you open this up to NIL, the NCAA viewed NIL, I think, and this is the way it was always discussed for years beforehand, is you got a Peyton Manning on your campus, you got a Monica Abbott on your campus, a proven commodity. Somebody says, I want that person as my spokesman, spokeswoman. And they come in and they pay them, name, image, likeness, they put Peyton or Monica on a billboard, that's that. They didn't expect lawyers across the country to figure out, hey, wait a second, we can create collectives and we can collect 10%, if not more, by pooling this money and promising money, signing the recruits ourselves, and what they didn't see this as becoming an inducement. They thought it was going to be a reward for people on campus. That's dumb foresight. They should have known foresight. They should have known you give any gray area, somebody's running through it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they saw it the way everybody else sees it. And I wonder if, in hindsight, if they could just say, colleges, you handle the NIL. Wouldn't that be simpler? And not to kill off all the collectives, but what if you killed off all the collectives and just said, University of Georgia, University of Tennessee, University of Kentucky, University of Alabama, you have your own Department of NIL. Handle it. And you're responsible if you step outside the lines on it.
Well, everyone I've spoken with about this believes the end result of all this, whether it's 5 years, 10 years from now, is we're going to players being employees, collectively bargaining. That's where this is all headed. So this is just a bridge. The NIL environment we're currently in is just the, for now, setup. Eventually, this is going to get to where players are essentially getting paid a salary, and it's going to be negotiated.
Click on us and let us know your thoughts.
For the future is bleak.
And I think it's coming faster than 2 years, 5 years. Dartmouth, their men's basketball team votes March 8th to be able to unionize themselves if they vote for it.
Now, the problem is that happened at Northwestern as well. It's a regional, it's the district labor board. It will probably be overturned when it goes to a bigger labor board. But now that's two schools that have at least...
And USC has theirs this month as well.
So, it's just... I'm leaning toward the future's bleak as well. I'm on that side. Click and let us know your thoughts. All right, when we come back, let's get off this legal crap. Let's start talking about money ruining college football. No, let's talk about cash. Is that going to be the ruination of the sport we like? It's the NCAA stuff. Everything we're talking about with NIL, it all stems back from money. It's just a piece of what we're going to go into. But let's talk cash. Let's talk SEC, Big Ten money, etc. Come on back on the Sports Source.